Hi guys, welcome to the van build, episode 10, part 2, insulation and flooring. I've come to the stage now where I've got all the electrical sorted out, but mainly the brackets that will be bolted to the frame and where the cables will be coming through the wall. I'm going to start doing the ceiling first in these channels that I told you about some time ago. That's where the glue will be sprayed to. Actually, talking about this glue, I'll be using this one. It's supposed to be really good, and it's cheaper. I believe I got that from Repco. I've started to cut out some props. I'll be using 2 props for each section. That's more than enough. And I'll be using these little offcuts to go across. Okay, so they'll be going across here in 2 places. Well, as you can see, I've done the top pieces of the insulation and I've propped them up with 3 pieces of stud, which I can reuse later on. Tomorrow I'll check it, take it down, and then run a bead of expanding foam all around the perimeter to make it airtight. As you can see, I've started to do the sides of the van, and I've put the expanding foam on the top. The expanding foam, I use this type, which is pretty good. I also put an extra stud to hold the top ones up. 2 wasn't sufficient. Wall TV mounting bracket completed. That's the insulation in the van completed. Tomorrow I'll be putting the insulation on the floor and also the 17mm plywood on the floor also. I'll be using a piece of the original sheeting to cut a template out of the wheel arch and that corner piece, and then hopefully turn it upside down to do the other side. So I'll get back to you when I've done it. I've just finished cutting the board out for my template. It's not too bad actually, but I found that when I did this, turned it over to try the other side here, it's a little bit of a gap here, around here. Weren't too bad though, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the insulation and the wooden board this side first, then I'm going to alter that corner to fit over here, then I can do the other 2 pieces. I've got the first 2 boards in with the insulation underneath, but I will be using these, which is a 65mm by 8mm diameter stainless steel countersunk screw washer with a Nylix nut and washer. I'll be drilling the first one down because what I have to do tomorrow is run a bead of silicone all the way down there for expansion, and then I can bolt the other one down. I've been underneath to do some calculations where they're going to go. So okay, I'm just going to start drilling those for tomorrow. As you can see, I have now completed all the insulation. It was a job and a half, but it will be well worth it. I had one bit of trouble. When I closed the door came, and that sill here was going to hit here. So what I've done is I've rebaited with my router a nice little step. That's the step, or the size of the step that we will be putting in. And then what I've done is I just got some sealant, that marine sealant. I'm going to leave that overnight for a few days, if in fact, to really set off. Let's see how we go with that. Well, that concludes another episode in the van build of the installation. If you like it, give us a big thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions to ask, just give us a call and I'll answer it as soon as I can. In the next episode, what we're going to be doing is putting a frame up here, and then we're going to be starting on the toilet system, which is going in this corner here, but more about that later.